Alright, so this is my 98 Arctic Cat 500 four-wheel drive. It's torn apart, as you can see. I had some problems with the front differential. It started making a popping and cracking noise, and when I tore it apart, this is what I found. As you can see, several teeth are broke off of the ring gear. The pinion gear looked in fairly good shape. I had a little bit of scarring on some of the faces, but not too bad, so I reused it. But the reason I'm making this video, I wanted to have an option where I could disengage four-wheel drive. So I found on eBay for $200 a differential out of a 300 Arctic Cat from the same year. Actually, it was a 99. But it has a two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive selector on it. And if you look online, you can find the modification to make it a four-wheel drive diff lock also. So it has three positions from the factory. That's diff lock, of course, four-wheel drive, and then two-wheel drive. The problem is, it was a 3.1 ratio, and my Arctic Cat is a 3.6 to 1 ratio. A 36 tooth ring gear and 10 tooth pinion gear, and the 300 differential is a 34 tooth ring gear and an 11 tooth pinion gear. So what I did was used the ring gear from the 300, which was a 34 tooth, and the pinion gear from my 500, which was a 10 tooth, which gave me a 3.4 to 1. And 3.4 to 1 is only 6% faster than the rear diff, which is 3.6 to 1. So I've already driven it around. It works really well. The only difference between the two ring gears that makes them not interchangeable is the splines on the inside. As you can see, there are a number of splines here, which fits the ring gear to that large center, like a limited slip differential. On the 300, there are only 6 large, evenly spaced posts, which are about a 1/4 inch wide, all the way around the inside, which allows it to disengage and engage the whole differential. If it wasn't for that, they would be interchangeable without problem. Anyway, so what I did, I put it in, and then I made a lever. I just bent a piece of 1/4 inch rod, flattened the end of it, drilled a hole in, made a little T-handle, and the bends that I made allow it to fit down through the frame right here, and then attach to the selector, which is a little difficult to do holding a camera. To the selector, and then of course a simple motion of raising up and down to engage and disengage. You have a two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive diff lock. I had to also drill a hole, an access hole for the rod right there in the cover, and I will show you that when I put it together. I've got everything back together. Here's the rod location around the front of the machine. Easily moves up and down. Of course, that's four-wheel drive diff lock. Let's see, halfway in between is four-wheel drive diff lock, all the way up to two-wheel drive. It seems a little bit high, but it doesn't interfere with anything. A couple of notes. Things that I forgot to mention: the 300 differential, one axle is longer than the other, the left side. So I had to buy an axle, a shorter axle. If you look at the parts list online, you'll see what I'm talking about. Of course, I needed a new axle anyway, so it wasn't a waste of money. And it works pretty good. Another thing to note, most of the time it runs in two-wheel drive, so the difference in gear ratios is not an issue. The only time it's in four-wheel drive is on slippery surfaces, so I haven't noticed any binding or anything with the front and rear being two different ratios. In fact, it pulls hills a little better, it seems, in four-wheel drive. If you have any questions, post it in the comments.